The phrase "bawl your eyes out" is a vivid and colloquial expression that describes an intense emotional reaction, typically characterized by uncontrollable crying or weeping. When someone says they bawl their eyes out, they are conveying that they experienced an overwhelming surge of sadness, grief, or strong emotions that led to prolonged and intense crying. Crying is a natural and universal human response to emotional stimuli, and it serves various emotional and physiological purposes. When we cry, our bodies release tears that may contain stress hormones, which can provide a sense of emotional relief and help alleviate emotional tension. Crying can also serve as a form of communication, signaling distress or a need for support to others. Bawling your eyes out takes crying to a heightened level. It suggests that the emotional experience was so profound and distressing that it led to a substantial outpouring of tears, often to the point where one's eyes may become red, swollen, or irritated. The reasons for bawling your eyes out can vary widely. It can be triggered by personal experiences such as the loss of a loved one, the end of a significant relationship, or a particularly emotional event. It can also be the result of empathetic reactions to witnessing the suffering of others, such as during a heart-wrenching movie or a touching story. Additionally, intense stress, frustration, or feelings of helplessness can lead to bawling your eyes out as a way of coping with overwhelming emotions. The act of crying, including bawling your eyes out, is not a sign of weakness, but rather a natural response to the complex and often challenging emotions that humans experience. It is a way of processing and releasing pent-up feelings that can become overwhelming if not expressed. In some cases, crying can have therapeutic benefits. It can provide emotional catharsis, reduce emotional distress, and promote a sense of emotional balance and well-being. Seeking support from friends, family, or mental health professionals when experiencing intense emotions and bawling your eyes out can be a healthy and important step in processing and managing those feelings. While bawling your eyes out is a vivid expression of emotional intensity, it's essential to recognize that people may have different emotional thresholds and responses. What one person may consider a bawling experience, another may perceive as a more subdued emotional reaction. Emotions are highly individual, and the way people express and cope with them varies widely. In conclusion, bawling your eyes out is a colloquial phrase used to describe an intense emotional reaction involving uncontrollable crying or weeping. It signifies a deep and overwhelming emotional experience that leads to a substantial outpouring of tears. Crying, including bawling, is a natural and healthy way for humans to process and express complex emotions, and seeking support when needed is an important part of emotional well-being.